Hey guys, we're doing another fitting today. We're going to be doing the rear seats of the Next Gen Everest Sport. We're going to be doing it in the canvas grey today. Let's get started. So after you've opened up your package and everything and you've got all the pieces, you'll notice there's quite a few. So we're going to go through what they are. So first off, you'll have your 3 headrests, one of them of which will be a center headrest. Now, to define the center, if you look inside, you'll see that each individual piece will have a tag. Now on the tags of them, it'll say the code of what the cover is, which is FE227AR. Now for the center headrest, at the end of that code, it'll say .CTR, which stands for center. So when you're doing the 3 headrests, make sure that's the center one. With the other 2, it doesn't matter which side they go on because they're both the exact same. So you don't have to worry about a left or right. Keep going and looking. You'll also notice that you have an armrest cover that will have the Duck logo on it on the back, and that will go facing forward when you put it on. Keep opening it up a bit more. We know that this rear seat is a 60-40 split. So you'll have a 60 proportion base and a 40 proportion base, a 60 proportion backrest and a 40 proportion backrest. So when you're looking at the tags, again, for the 60 pieces, they'll say at the end of the code .60, and for the 40 piece, it'll say at the end .40. So when you're doing those, just make sure that you have 4 individual pieces for the 2 base sides and the 2 backrest sides. So we'll begin with doing the bases. So we'll begin with our 60 split for the bases first. Remember what I said, when you look at the tag, make sure it says .60 on it. So what you want to do first is you want to open it all up and you want to unattach all the Velcro straps. Next thing you want to do is you basically want to sit it on the base in the way that it looks like it's going to go on top. After putting on the top of the seat base, as you can see, it's basically where it's going to go. Now what we need to do is, keeping these Velcro straps out and accessible, you want to push them between the backrest and the base through the gap to the back of the seat. And then once you've done all the Velcro pieces, you also want to push the back flap through as well. Next thing to do once you've done that is to get this side strap that goes between the gap. And what you want to do is you want to put that between the 2 plastic pieces so that it goes to the back of the seat as well. Try tucking it down and in around the buckle. Next up, what you want to do is you want to bring the seat forward and tilt it forward as well. Once you get to the back here, what you want to do is you want to remove this flap. Now you do that by these 3 elastic pieces with the little hooks on them, and they just hook underneath to the little metal railing. So unclip those 3 and then you can lift it and you'll have full access underneath. Then what you want to do is you'll find these Velcro straps have been passed through. So you want to grab all of them and pull them nice and tight, as well as the back flap. So pull that whole back section backwards. Once you've done that, what you want to do next is you want to push them underneath the seat to the front, and they will then attach nice and tight to the Velcros at the very front of the seat as well. Another thing to do before we go to the front and attach those Velcros is that little side strap that you put between the 2 seats. You want to wrap that around, and that will connect right on the corner of that base on the back of the flap where there's a little Velcro piece. So pull it nice and tight and Velcro that straight onto it. And then we'll tilt the seat back up and we'll go to the front. Now that we're back in the front, you want to make sure all these corners are down nice and straight, and you'll want to feel around underneath and grab those Velcro straps. Now I've got the first one on this corner in my hand, so you're going to go above the rail that lets the seat move forward and back, and you're going to straight attach it to these front ones here. So pull them against each other nice and tight and attach, and continue to do that with all 3. Next up, we've just got this little piece on the corner here. So when you lift it up, you'll notice there's these 2 little Velcro pieces. There will be a long piece and then it will be attached to a little short piece. With the long piece, what you want to do is you want to pull the corner of the seat forward, and you're going to tuck it behind the gap. So that little piece of plastic, you tuck it down and you grab it from underneath. Then you pull it so it pulls the seat down and lift it back up, and then put that little one straight over top of it. And then this piece with the Velcro goes around and wraps over the rest of it. And now that is that base done. Now we'll do the 40. Likewise with the 60, with the 40 base, we're also going to unattach all the Velcro pieces and then sit it straight on top like we did before. Now we're back in this position again. So first off, you can do either this side strap going through, or you can do the back of this base where you push all the Velcro and the flap back. Either way, you want to do both. And once again, we're going to tilt the seat forward and push it all the way forward and go to the back of it. Once again in this position, we need to remove this carpet flap. So what you do is you feel the elastic and you reach underneath and you just unclip them, and then they come loose. So once again, once we've removed this flap, you want to get access to the two straps that would have come from behind, and you want to pull them and the flap nice and tight backwards just to give it that extra strength. Try lay it flat down, because obviously the straps are going to the front of the seat again underneath, so you push them under as far forward as you can. And then again, you have that strap that goes between the two seats on this side, so you pull that nice and tight whilst trying to keep this nice and straight, and that'll attach straight to that carpet flap that's on the back of the base. Then we're going to lift the seat up again and go to the front and attach those two Velcro straps to each other. So again, grabbing those two straps, pulling them against each other above the rail that lets the seat move back and forward, and you're just going to tap on both sides. Once we've done that, you're going to grab this longer Velcro out of the little two again, and you're going to put it between the little plastic piece on the side and the seat. So you're going to push that down that gap, pull it down, and then lift it back up, and then put that little one straight over top of it. And then once again, you're going to pull this side bit around and put that Velcro flap straight over top of both. And that's the basis done. Now we'll go to the backrest. First we'll do the armrest. So what you want to do is you want to pull it out. You're going to open it up with the duck on the front of it, and you're going to slide it straight over top all the way down. And then you're going to grab both front and back and just try to pull it down as best you can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure this little tag is at the top of it, so you still have access to being able to pull it back and forth. Then you're going to grab this bottom flap and you're going to put it between the gap of the bottom of the armrest and top of this cushion. You're going to push it through and continuously roll it as you're pushing it to try force it to go up. And then you're going to lift it nice and high, put the top one down, and that one's straight over top. And that's the armrest done. Now we're going to do the 60 split. First, you need to take all the headrests off. With doing the headrest, what you need to do is you need to lift it all the way up, and you'll notice it will lock on all three of them. So if you look on the inside of the opposite one with the button, you'll see there's a little push tab. So I would suggest getting a key or something to be able to push it in. So you push that into the little hole that's in the middle of it at the same time as pressing this, and then you can lift the headrest up. Once again, with the backrest, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get the 60 version. It'll say .60 on the ends of the tag. What you need to do is you need to undo all these Velcro pieces and make sure that you put it behind the middle seat belt. Next up, what you want to do is you want to lay it slightly down, and then you're going to put the cover straight over the top. If you find it easier, you can separate the middle of the back to wrap it around and push it all the way down. Once you've pushed it down, you'll notice where it needs to go, because all the cutout holes for everything will be outlined. For instance, with these headrest hole covers, you need to push the material underneath the plastic surrounding for the headrest holes, just so you have full access to the buttons. Now, once you've done that, you want to tilt this forward and go to the back again. Once you've done that, what you need to do is you need to get these flaps again, and they are also, like the base, need to go between the backrest and the base to the back. So push them all the way through, and then we'll go to the back. Now, once we've gotten to this spot, what you need to do is you need to reattach this elastic flap, but keeping the material that we just pushed through below it, so you still can wrap it around. So get all these hooks and reattach them underneath. And once you've done that, what you need to do is you need to lift these pieces and connect the Velcro straight to them. And that is that done. Now, doing the 40 backrest is even easier. So same thing again, you're going to lift that slightly forward. The part where the tag is on the back when you slide it over, pushing those little holes around the plastic surrounding for the headrest again, making sure it's all lined up, put down as nice and tight as you can. And then we're going to push this flap through the gap again, all the way through, and go to the back again. Now, we're going to pull those flaps through nice and tight. And before attaching them, we're going to reattach these elastic loops again and pull those flaps all straight down again, and they are going to lift over top of the carpet and attach to this back Velcro flap. And that is that done. Now all we have left is the headrest. So remembering when we grab it that the center headrest has the CTR on the end of the tag code. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that tag is on the front of the headrest when you put it on. So open it up and slide it on. Keep it on nice and straight. And what you're going to do is you're going to get all three of the skinny versions of the Velcro nice and lined up and put that flap straight over top. And that's that sorted. Same with the two side ones. The tag is going to go on the front when you slide it on, lining all the Velcro pieces up, and that front flap going straight over top of them. And that can go on too. And lucky la, and that is that Done. Well, there you go guys, that's the finished product. I hope the video made sense and you answered any questions that you may or may not have had. If you do have any more issues, feel free to reach out to us. You can call, message or email and we'll get straight back to you as soon as possible and get you back on the road. So all I can say now is stay safe, stay protected and have a great day.